And some of those moments too, besides the relationships, was, the mitochondrial DNA idea, where the Benne Gesserit, which is a group kind of you could compare it to maybe nuns or a sisterhood, the idea that they can transfer their memories. So you have all these past lives inside you. And I think, Frank Herbert wouldn't have really probably known about mitochondrial DNA since it was only discovered soon, like maybe just before or just after he wrote Dune. So I thought that was really interesting that you could think of new technology and new discoveries still apply to somebody who wrote a science fiction fantasy book 80 years ago. That was really interesting. And then that thought, like the human genome and DNA, cloning, selective breeding, and reproduction, all of that tied into some things that they were talking about in Dune that he would have never had. I mean, he was kind of an ecologist and he wrote, and he was obviously a smart dude, but, how did he have that kind of foresight to write those type of things? I thought that was pretty impressive. And then it went on to climate manipulation and loss of keystone species. If you've read Dune before, I'm not giving anything away if you haven't, but there's an important, really weird worm that's important to the climate, and the idea that we want to get rid of the worms, and some people are like, well, they're really important to us, and that play on, do we change the climate for the humans, or do we keep the climate as it is because that's how it was originally supposed to be? So I thought that created a new avenue to explore in Dune, and especially through the whole series of books, because you see Dune originally and then it changes to Arrakis, and so you've got a lot going on, and there's lots of threads you can pull at in the story that can bring you to kind of current issues.